as I said, there's always somebody who actually puts money at risk, and so Dean Gitter, why don't you say a few words, and really, we thank you for your perseverance and your goodwill throughout this entire process. Dean.
A few thank yous to, obviously, to the governor whose vision set this process in motion, to Judith, who is absolutely indefatigable, remarkable, to Glenn Bruning, who actually had to draft this thing, who can't be with us today, and to everybody who participated in what was not always an easy process, but has culminated in a successful process. 15 years ago, the Route 28 corridor study determined these simple things about the high peaks area of the Catskills. And that ought to be pointed out. We have 25 of the 36 mountains over 3,800 feet in the Catskills, in Shandaken and Middletown. And we recognize that through the stewardship of the state for over 100 years, these are absolutely pristine. It's one of the most beautiful areas in the state. We didn't have the hospitality assets that we needed to attract necessary tourism dollars. Belleayre needed some attention, and everybody agreed that the Belleayre Ski Center was the center of any kind of effort at economic revitalization. It took us 18 months to come to that conclusion. It took Governor Spitzer 18 days, because that's actually how many days after his inauguration it took before he asked Judith to undertake this task. And his vision has gone further than ours, and recognized the centrality of Route 28. In this agreement, there's an important smart growth initiative for towns from Boyceville all the way up to Andes. There is a commitment to improve the campsites, the hiking trails, the signage in the state forest. There's a commitment to improve public transportation along Route 28. And most significant of all, there is a commitment to improve, perhaps with the help of the federal government, Route 28 and get it to the point of being a scenic highway. And I hope someday in the future the state will actually consider taking the number away from Route 28 and calling it the Catskill Parkway, which it is in reality. Folks from out of state. Anyway, it's a thrilling vision, Governor, and I thank you for it. And I urge all of the leaders and the civic groups and the politicians and the citizens of the corridor to seize upon it and help make Boyceville to Andes corridor one of the showplaces of the state. This has been a trying 8 years. I'd like to tell you I enjoyed every minute of it, but I didn't. What I can tell you is this. I never once doubted the sincerity of the people who represented the environmentalist organizations and the regulatory energies in their agencies in their determination to protect this treasured part of the state. They may not have accorded me the same recognition, but I assure you, I have not lived for 40 years in a clearing in the woods without having a deep respect for the Catskill Forest and its need to be protected and nourished. This is, as has been said, an historic agreement. It would be foolish, however, for any of us to assume that everybody will be happy with it. This is not the end. It may not be the beginning of the end, but as Mr. Churchill so aptly said, it is the end of the beginning. There will be those who say we went too far. There will be those who say we didn't go far enough. I suspect that many will be hoping and believing that this era of good fellowship and this agreement to agree will fall apart in a few weeks or months. To my colleagues, Tom Allworth and Eric Goldstein, I have this to say: let's surprise everybody. Let's surprise everybody and work together to produce something really fine and really meaningful in the Central Catskills. Thank you.